105 yet again. News just about 30 minutes ago for USC, and it's not great. Rodney Rice, who's averaging 20 points a game. Ezra Assar will jump it up for the Trojans, and Caden Rayfield taps it out to USC. Ryan Cornish will handle for USC. And, you know, we talk about the absence of Rodney Rice and Arenas, right? That's another point guard. What do they miss? What are they trying to replace without Rodney Rice the rest of the season?
First of all, you have a ball handler. Coach Muggs told us they're down to the third and fourth point guards in rotation. As you see, a turnover starts the game early to get you in the offense.
UTSA played Colorado in Boulder over the weekend as Rayfield hits the three. They arrived in LA on Monday, hung out a little bit, practiced here yesterday. You wonder what kind of energy would this team from San Antonio have after playing at elevation in Denver over the weekend. Boulder.
You talk about, you have UTSA, if you're not familiar, they're going to shoot a lot of threes, but they get deflections and steals and play in transition.
Rayfield will step back for the three, in and out. They can take a lot of them. Assar with the board. Jaden Brownell for USC already at the scorer's table as Jacob Cofie scores at the rim. USC coming off a win over Washington State on Sunday, 68-61. A game in which, Earl, they made one three-pointer. Terrence Williams.
College practice is like information to download. NBA is quick learning, accelerated learning. You get as much as you can within that time frame. Musk does a good job also keeping that organized with intensity.
That's lost out of bounds. Austin Clonch on the UTSA sideline, year number 2 for him. Successful at Nicholls State, then took a year as an assistant 2 years ago at Alabama for Nate Oates. And then the UTSA job opens up, and he has got a young team in a good league in the American. Cornish, the transfer from Dartmouth. Tough catch inside. Assar can't finish. Brent Moss will take and hit a three.
When we watched them play and shoot around this morning, they probably shot at least 300 threes. That's all they did was get the ball up for the three-point line. So you know they're going to shoot with confidence. They understand the style of play they have. They have to influence that and be efficient at it.
Cofie, tough shot, and it won't die on the rim for him. UTSA a 30% three-point shooting team coming into the night. They've made 2 of 3 so far. Here's Simpson. And that's off the mark from Rayfield. Baker Mazzara puts it behind his own head, ahead to himself. Averaging 22 a game, which is second in the league. Just under, and he's picked it up since Rice went down with that injury. 5 games without him. Baker Mazzara is up. You're about 24 points a game in that stretch.
This is really important. Guard pick and rolls. SC understand they have to disrupt their pick and roll UTSA in order to have efficient defense. If not, they get into the gaps and get more three-point attempts.
Shot clock low. That bangs off the backboard. All 5 attempts tonight so far for UTSA from 3. Cornish hits the 3. They would love to get him going from beyond the arc. 105 this year, but he was a 37% three-point shooter at Dartmouth last season.
He's streaky. Once he gets going, he gets his confidence up. That was a great start, a great skip pass to see the weak side.
Follow the first non-three-pointer of the game, and it's Rayfield. Non-three-pointer for UTSA. 4 minutes gone by. The double team, and Cofie passes away from it. And Assar scores inside. Ezra Assar is averaging 17 points a game. And has been a second half player, but aggressive here early on. Hayes lost it, had it poked away. It was Cornish, got a hand on it. Here comes Baker Mazzara. And that pass gets knocked away. And Eric Musselman furious on the SC sideline.
Yeah, turnovers are going to be key. Understands he can't let UTSA get out in transition, get easy baskets at the rim. That means the dribbling is kind of offbeat. There's no rhythm to it. Shiftiness, we can make awkward shots, tough shots. He's a tough shot maker, but that's hard. Every night you have #1 defense strategies coming at you every night. You have to be ready mentally as well as physically.
Michael Redd, who played 3 great years. I mean, he burst onto the scene in the late 90s at Ohio State, took him to the tournament, the Final Four. He and Scooney Penn, and was a second-round pick, would go on to have a great NBA career. Played over a decade, was an all-star.
What a great backcourt. Scooney Penn, a point guard, to get in the paint and make things happen, and then defense physicality.
You know, the great thing I learned after you brought up Michael Redd today is Jaden Brownell comes off the bench and scores for USC. Was, you know, go to YouTube and watch some Michael Redd highlights. In the '99 tournament, you should have played against Michael Redd in Ohio State, UCLA, and the Bruins got upset by Detroit Mercy. And you guys had a great team with you and Baron Davis. And I'm sorry to bring it up, but
it's no need to bring up old stuff.
But I thought, well, maybe Earl had an old scouting report on Michael Redd, and that's what happened here. Matt Barnes. Jordan Marsh forcing his way inside. Offensive rebound for UTSA. Creates an open 3. And Cofie can't hit it. And now down to the floor, and eventually there's some.
The first 5 minutes, at least keeping it close. And right now, it's scrappiness. That sets the tone for the rest of the half. You want to have a tone for the half, and you group at the half to make your adjustments.
Simpson, contested shot, and he drains it. Jameer Simpson was the one who got that offensive rebound and now hits the jumper. And so 4 of 11 shooting early on for UTSA, but they're up by 2.
For those who don't know, Jameer Simpson can get buckets, averaging just under 19 points per game. He can long rebounds. Boxing out is so important. What do you get after that? A foul on the box out.
So you're not concerned about the risk of fouling the 3-point shooter with a contest like that?
No, you go to the side of the body. You're not trying to block the shot. You're trying to make it very difficult.
There's a turnover taken away. That is the 5th turnover for USC already today. UTSA is 3 of 12 from beyond the arc.
You see the high hands when they have the ball in their probe in the pass. USC has length. They understand that.
Moss creates space. Offensive rebound. It's the 4th offensive rebound for UTSA.
UTSA knew coming into this game they had a rebound. They understood. They feel like they was at a disadvantage of rebounding, so obviously they're getting after it.
Baker Mazzara. Bounce pass through traffic, but that gets blocked. Everybody was converging on Easter. Rayfield has been aggressive in this first half.
Rayfield has a chance to be a real special player. Can play off the bounce, has length. He's a developing 3-point shooter, but that's going to come with more repetition.
Rich, trapped, and the 3 banks in for Akitobi. Wow.
The bank is open after 6. Muss does not like that. He doesn't want the 3-point attempts. He wants them to catch and drive. The more attempts they get, the more shots they're going to shoot. And UTSA doesn't matter if they shoot 63s tonight. They go to shoot as many as possible.
It's Akitobi's first 3. UTSA with the lead and pushing, and Hayes draws the foul on Marsh. Stretch for you, Earl, but how you view things differently than maybe you did as a player or as a young coach.
Yeah, young coach, you want to show how smart you are. You want to show your strategy and how you see the game in depth. And you want to kind of lay the groundwork. As an older coach, a veteran coach, all you care about is effort. Once I get consistent effort, now I can teach scheme. And that's how coaches grow.
Needs it here in a tie game, under 7.5 to go. Here's another 3 from Hayes, and again off the mark. 4 of 15 is UTSA from 3. Quick passing back and forth. Marsh attacks. Tough shot, and he draws the foul. Back to the line go the. Now Simpson pressured by Cornish.
Small thing, but big-time advantage. Because UTSA point guard is out, they're picking up full court, hoping to disrupt their offense.
Big play at the rim by Cofie.
The three-pointer is such a weapon in today's basketball. It can keep you in the game.
Last 5 possessions have had a shooting foul on it. Let's see if we can make it 6. If anyone can do it, it's the Trojans. Asar inside with contact, and it goes out of bounds.
Which is the hardest thing to teach, and there's no strategy for effort.
It's the hardest thing to teach.
It's an effort drill. It's all effort. You're going to get hit. You're going to take a blow to the chest. You got to close out. You're going to get beat, but how can you recover to catch the bounce?
Baker Mazzara whips a pass. Marsh takes a 3, and he nails it. USC 5 of 10 from 3 tonight. 9 points for Jordan Marsh.
Marsh can shoot it. You can't let him get going. That's his comfort level to shoot it. Driving to the basket is where he's most uncomfortable, but improving.
And now the foul call, the aggressive trip. That first game will be on January 2nd at Michigan. Is that the best team in the country?
I think it's by far. You talk about the way they play and how they play with efficiency. The points they're averaging per game. It looks easy. It looks like a video game. They're out there moving the ball, banging threes, getting into the rim, and almost as if they're not even challenged, but you know they're playing at a high level. Obviously, they're challenged, but it's their season.
Cornish, shot clock low. Baker Mazzara can't beat it, but he does hit the rim. He can't make it, but he does beat the shot clock. I think it's a fresh 20. Baker Mazzara gets blocked.
Great job. Finds a way to win the close ones.
And a foul on.
Eventually, because the rotation has to happen or you're giving up layups and free throws. You have to get a stop right here consistently. 3 stops in a row to change the momentum again.
Cofie sits down with his 4 fouls. And UTSA fight its way back into this game. Good box out there, and here comes Marsh flying up the floor, and 1.
Get tired doing the simple things, and that's how you separate in the fundamentals, not in the YouTube highlights.
Under 10 minutes to go here. Asar up top for the dunk.
To the moon. You talk about a pass to the corner of the board. Throw it up and let him go get it.
Terrence Williams, one of the few returners, the returner for USC with the great assist. The 5th 20-point game this year for Ezra Asar.
This is when coaching never stops, right? All pregame, they work on their pick and roll defense. Now they have to work on their one-on-one defense and 2 back-to-back lobs.
Oh, give him another.
Guy, what did the media note say? Asar is born?
Asar is born. USC running again. It's Marsh in the corner. In front of his own bench. Everybody was just about on the floor when he let that go. Baker Mazzara needs a breather. He just did something to Eric Musselman. This has been a sprint for USC. Tough shot goes down for Akitobi.
It's a great chance to get better. They went through 3 defensive strategies so far. Pick and roll with the slow drop, right? And pick and roll with the hedge where you attract and touch the ball to get the ball out of the hands of the playmaker. Now one-on-one defense.
Baker Mazzara with the 3. And he's got 17 points. 14 have come in the second half for him. Simpson banks it in. Second bank of the night. He's had to work hard for it here in the second half. He's got 11.
They've done a great job adjusting him through the flow of the game and executing the pick and roll strategies.
Asar and Baker Mazzara have outscored UTSA in the
to find my points. But the biggest separation is the bench points, the fast break, and the paint for USC. They were a plus 38 points in those categories, and that's how you win games.
They were getting out-rebounded in the first half. They've put an end to that. They've pulled ahead of UTSA in the rebounding margin, now +4, under 7 minutes remaining as Hayes misses that. And Cofie back into the game with 4 fouls for USC, brings it up. Cofie, tough catch and finish.
Great pass.
Cornish doing a little bit of everything tonight. Defense, the scoring, and that assist.
Anytime you get that basketball to the elbow, it's an activation point to where the defense is going to rotate and give you an opening either to the rim or the weak side corner court.
First half, UTSA made just 2 in the second. Simpson with the free throw. He's got 13. USC in the conference restart at home will play Maryland here, Purdue, and Northwestern. Those will be their first 3 home games. Simpson with the interception of Cornish.
Cornish has to take that 3. Sometimes when you're comfortable and you understand your role, you get too bought in to shooting only 8 shots. Sometimes the shot attempts are going to be 15.
That once you get to conference play, your road trips are, hey, we get 1. That is really good for the resume. Come home win.
That 3-game road trip, you win one out of the 3. If you get 2, awesome.
Baker Mazzara. I guess the other question will be, like, big picture, when Arenas
once he hits his rhythm, how much does he impact his team and belief in that locker room? Because you need a player that brings belief. He brings belief to a team instantly, and that belief means you can still win on the road. You can win big games at any time.
It does feel like it's special when you have a recruit as big as him with as much attention as he has, who's also a hard worker.
We had that with Baron Davis at UCLA, and it changes everyone's career. It changed mine. Allowed me to play 13 years in the NBA because I had him every day in practice.
You mean because you learned how to work like him? Cornish will take the 3, and he hits it.
Big time shot. The confidence is going for Cornish. They rub off on their teammates, right? The attitude, the personality, the work ethic, the vision, the imagination. That's the biggest part. 16
points for Cornish again. Had 7 points this year and has 16 today. And he started for them. I mean, make no mistake, they expect him to be closer to the guy that scores in double figures than only has 7. So this is not some surprise. It's what they've been waiting for Cornish. Try another, and missed it all.
It takes time sometimes. Sometimes coming in, finding your rhythm. A lot of changing at the point guard. Rice is out. Everything switches up.
Offensive rebound for Mojai. Here's Moss swatted away by Cofie. And it'll stay with UTSA.
Great secondary jump. You're talking about high hands. You don't want to foul on a ball handler. Hopefully your teammate comes from over your back to deliver the block or the deflection.
And a foul.
Game of basketball. They're constantly like linemen. They're constantly hitting, constantly involved in confrontation. They deserve all the praise as much as possible.
Marsh splits the defense, and USC turns it over. Here comes Rayfield. Tough finish. He's got 14 points.
Rayfield has a unique ceiling. His ability to play off the bounce with his size and length. Only being a freshman, he's only going to get better.
Baker Mazzara. An open look for 3. And Cofie's there to clean it up.
UTSA is in that 1-3-1. You have to find the open windows and attack if you can. If not, be ready to catch and shoot an offensive rebound out of it. It's hard to rebound out of zones.
Williams got hit.
Oh, no fouls, no putting them on the line, and execution on both ends of the court.
USC with UC Santa Cruz next before Christmas, and then the break until the New Year's trip, a long New Year's trip. Eric Musselman, I don't know, you're the coach, so you can say if happy's the word, but we'll have to be pleased with the way his team responded after a challenging first half, just that UTSA came ready to play.
I've never met a happy coach.
Yeah. Pick a different word. Relieved.
You're glad he came in and took care of business. There's room to grow. Containing the basketball, one-on-one defense this morning, then boxing out.
Cornish with the assist. So nice find at Cofie.
We're always thinking of next action, next team. You play Michigan State. You have to box out. That's just it's an effort. There's no technique to that. It's confrontation in the paint at all times.
Who was the least happy coach you played for?
So bad. I felt like I was outside in Kansas City in the middle of August when it's 112. I was just sweating. He re-ripped into me so tough.
Takeaway and a dunk for Brent Moss. Yeah, I mean, that list, it just turns out that list is also two of the great ones.
Two of the great ones, right? I was very blessed to be in those opportunities.
It's amazing. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, under 2 minutes remaining here, Terrence Williams, but you played in Memphis in the NBA when Eric Musselman was a young assistant.
Yes.
Danielle.
She is also a fan. She supports him, which is amazing. Right, that's big time about coaches. They say the coach's wife always have to adjust because as a coach, you move from city to city. Your bond is created with your team.
Yeah, his wife Danielle is such a prominent figure. You come to a game and you're going to see her cheering on the team and saying hello to folks and enjoying the game. Whistles and a possession arrow, jump ball. And it will stay with UTSA.
I'm not ball.
This game had a ton of ties and lead changes in the first half, and then with about 3 minutes left in the first half, SC went on a 13-0 run. Defense creating offense, and a charge taken by...
Until we actually get hit by a football player, we're not the toughest, but let us act like it for now.
Yeah. You get to land, you guys have to land on the hard floor. Breakout game for Ryan Cornish tonight.
Big time. You can build off that. He's growing right in front of our eyes. You can depend on that, and that's important right before conference play. And he also builds trust with his teammates. Baker Mazzara knows I can find him, I can move the ball to him quicker, and his confidence will only grow.
.27 free throw attempts for the Trojans tonight, and one more coming here for Jacob Cofie. Got them both. 55 points this half for USC, which is 4 shy of their season high for a half, and Cofie takes it away. And a dunk. What a second half he's had after the first half foul trouble.
Musk gets the loose ball and throws it back to the referee.
That is on brand.
He is still coaching as if it's 0-0. Oh, in this round.
Well, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, those guys and what Eric Musselman has done at the college level, at Nevada, immediate NCAA tournament, just about, at Arkansas, immediate boost and success. And here, year 2 at USC, the question is, what will this team look like when we head towards March? The day started with the news that Rodney Rice is out for the year. The news that Elijah Arenas is on the road very soon to returning, practicing with the team. And the day's going to end with the USC runaway victory.
They earned this when they worked for it. Locking in defensively, getting more aggressive on the ball, taking them out of their pick and rolls. Then in the second half, you have to play more one-on-one basketball. The closeout game, how do you catch drives? Then eventually, how do you score and get your others involved?
20 points for Baker Mazzara, 22 for Ezra Asar, and the big